Hello and welcome. I'm Paul and this is my channel WellBeing with Paul. In today's episode we're going to be discussing getting started. Starting a project, starting a task, starting your day, whatever it may be. Now, I've had the privilege of working with many people and often they've come to me and go, Paul, how do I start? How do I get started on something? I go, what sort of things do you start? And they talk about projects, essays, large pieces of work, whatever it may be. Getting started can be, from their observations and my own, sometimes the most challenging part. And whenever I've been asked this question, my mind always goes to pushing a car. Now, I don't know if you've ever had to do that. I have on occasions, and whenever I've had to push a car, whether to push start it or even simply just to move it, when I've had to push a car, my observations and my experience, it's always been the hardest part is the start. Just getting it to go from 0 miles per hour, from a complete standstill, to 1 mile per hour. That effort just to get it moving, get that initial inertia into it, get that momentum into it, has always been the greatest struggle for me. But once it's moving, well, then it becomes much easier and momentum builds and it gets much quicker and easier accordingly. I'm sure the physicists among you will be able to explain this in great detail and be able to do that for us with great ease, perhaps even. I won't be going that much into detail today. We're looking at it just to be able to explain the point. And the point is this: for most of us, the hardest bit is getting that inertia, that momentum, getting off the starting blocks. So what I do often when I am supporting people in these situations is I ask them to look at that big long list. To look at that list of things they've got to do. Yeah, and look at all those things they've got to achieve in the day or the task or whatever it is. Now, I know when we look at those things, most often there's a systematic approach to it, a systematic method to it, which enables it to continue. Now, of course, you can't always go around that, but we can approach it with this methodology, and that is to go with the easiest, smallest, accessible task you possibly can. Whatever it might be. If it's simply registering a library card to be able to access the resources of that library for that research you're going to be doing, or whether you research X or you do Y, whatever small task you're able to do, and then check off that list. That I encourage people to do, because once you start to get that inertia, that momentum into you, you start to get rolling, really getting into the work. That's where you start to really hit your true potential in this situation. Because what you're starting to see is you are not trying anymore, you are doing. Yeah, you're getting through the tasks. You can see the results and you can see what you are truly capable of. And that's what I invite people to do. When we're getting started, start with the simplest, easiest task you can. Just to get that inertia into you, get that momentum into you. Because once you're going, well, hopefully then you're gonna get really rolling. I hope this information is helpful to you and gets you started on whatever you're having struggles with today. And as well as always, I send you the best energy to make those things happen that you're aiming to do. As always as well, I ask that you do subscribe, do all those things I talk about in the videos. But until next time, bye for now.